Good evening, everyone. February 17th, 2026. This is a very somber edition of Hot Take, Cold Take. As many of you probably know, today, today we lost a Reverend Jesse Jackson, and it hit me a little bit harder than I thought because for me, Jesse Jackson wasn't just like some historical figure. Like, he was the first time I remember seeing someone who looked like me and came from where I came from that was on the national stage running for president of the United States. He wasn't like a side character. He was not a protest vote. A black man from Greenville, South Carolina, 12 miles down the road from Sparkle City, was standing in front of the country and saying that I belong here too. And that mattered to me. That caused like my own personal black awakening. Like I remember I was 5 or 6 years old and I remember seeing him at one of the Democratic National Conventions, and I was thinking, like, I started looking around and taking stock of, like, my own blackness and place in the world. And I remember asking my mom, like, one Sunday, we're sitting there in church, and I asked my mom if black people go to heaven. And she was kind of taken aback by the question. But as we sat in a church, there was a black Baptist church in South Carolina. All the pictures of Jesus on the wall were white. All the angels were white. And that's kind of what we had. And so I never thought that black people went to heaven because I never saw black people depicted in heavenly pictures in a place that was a black church. Anyway, um, so when Jesse ran in 1984, it wasn't supposed to work. It wasn't designed to work, but he ran anyway. And in 1988, he wasn't just running, like he was competitive. He won a few primaries. He was building a coalition and forcing the country to reckon with the idea that leadership didn't have to look like one particular thing or come from one particular zip code. He like expanded imagination before it was acceptable to do so. And then like after that 1990 or and then after that 1988 run, there was the wait. It would be 20 years from Jesse Jackson's last presidential run in 1988 to the moment when Barack Obama was nominated in 2008. 20 years of not yet, 20 years of people pretending they hadn't already seen it done, 20 years of seeing it and believing it could happen. So when people talk about progress like it's instant or inevitable, I always think about that gap. I think about my son downstairs who was born in 2009 and never knew a world where a black man could not be the president. We talked about that one time. This was before he was starting to learn about the presidents in school. And in his brain, because the only president he knew when he was about 5 or 6 was black, he never had any idea or any thought that there had never been another one in like the nearly 200 plus years of this country. So when people talk about progress, I always think back to that gap. And I remember how long, and I remember wondering if it would ever. And I remember that before there could be history, there had to be courage. And Jesse told us exactly what that courage looks like. It's my hot take, cold take of the day. Personally thanking Jesse Jackson for his part in the civil rights movement. He will be gone. Hopefully, if we do our jobs right, he will never be forgotten. So I'm going to end on this quote from Jesse Jackson. Don't you surrender.
Suffering breeds character. Character breeds faith. In the end, faith will not disappoint. You must not surrender. You may or may not get there, but just know that you are qualified and you hold on and hold out. We must never surrender. America will get better and better. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. On tomorrow night, and beyond. Keep hope
That
alive.
wasn't just a message for his time. He was looking into the future, and he was trying to tell the generations of us to come that we belong here too. This country isn't just for them. This country's for us too. We have a right to be here. We broke our backs helping build this place. So today's hot take, cold take goes back to 1988. Thank you, Reverend Jackson, for all you did. Appreciate it. I'll catch you next time.